Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to SportsTimeHQ. I am your host, Fernando. Joining me today is my great co-host, Gary. Gary, how are you doing today?
Doing good, man. Woke up on a day where we got some early football, 9:30 Dublin football, man. It's going to be a good one.
We got ourselves a starts and sits show, of course, but of course, we're going to be talking about the Dublin game. For any of you who haven't been paying attention, well, I tell you, Steelers are winning 7-3. This is currently the problem. Kenneth Gainwell had a 1 yard rush to score the touchdown. Will Reichard, field goal. He's doing good, getting that field goal to help Minnesota be put on the board. But Minnesota is charging down the field as well. They're on Pittsburgh 47. Jutt saying he can barely hear me because of you, Gary. So
yeah. It could be because I have my fan on, but I just turned it off. So I don't know.
This guy with his damn fan. Yeah, John, let us know if it's better now.
Sorry to cut you off, Fernando. The thing is, you have a mic like plugged into your phone. I'm just here, man. Like I have nothing to work with here. I'm sorry.
Come on, you got to get these. You got to get these small microphones. They're not bad. I paid like $20 for a two-pack, I think it was.
I don't know. I do have actually a microphone that plugs into my phone, so we'll try it.
Guys, so realistically, you're hearing that Gary. It's an excuse from Gary. That's the excuse.
Sure.
Gary, we got a question already in the chat. Scatabo is a sit, right? Well, Jutt, I don't know why you would sit Scatabo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what your other option is, but I wouldn't. He's the only one in that backfield right now. I mean, Singletary might get a couple of carries, but
yeah, I think I'm starting Scatabo. AJ Brown or Cortland Sutton. How do we feel about those two?
I mean, it's crazy that we're asking this question. To be totally honest with you, and it's crazy to say that I think I'd go Sutton. If we're gonna be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I can't go against AJ Brown. I think it's going to be a good shootout between the Eagles and Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. So I'm personally picking AJ Brown. But again, it is crazy how we've come down to AJ Brown and Cortland Sutton, the two guys. On who are you starting? Well, let's get into some news and notes. Also, Gary, on YouTube, obviously, because the people on TikTok can't see it, but do you see I added a little thing on the top left corner?
I did see that. I noticed that. That's really cool.
You have no idea what it is, do you?
I mean, if I had to guess, did you make some merch, perhaps?
Oh, I used to have merch, actually. I used to have merch.
Okay. I don't know. That was my first guess. I don't have
my hat. I went out with the rain jacket that had the merch and the logo, but I don't have it on me. It's over there. But no, this is actually the QR code for TrophySmack.com/SportsTimeHQ. So you can scan it and go on to TrophySmack and go get yourself some stuff. Should I do merch? I guess I should do merch at some point. Restart the merch side of things. I low key love my windbreaker. It's so comfortable and so nice. We got some more questions in the chat. We doing Territory McMillan or Devontae Adams, Gary?
That's actually a very good question. Both guys are coming in injured, and Tet's probably going to be going up against Gonzo today. So it's tough. I just don't think that right now you can sit him because he's so involved in that offense. And like, as much as I love Devontae, he's been spotty in terms of involvement in the offense. I'm gonna go with Tet.
Okay. I'm gonna take Devontae. Actually, I'm gonna go against you on that one, which is shocking because I thought you would go with Devontae.
I'm fine with either option, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong with either option. D, thanks for the finger hearts. Rome or Garrett Wilson? I think you can't go on the red hot Rome Odunze. You can't go against him. So I'm starting Rome Odunze, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree. I mean, Garrett Wilson's been hot too, but I mean, obviously, what's his name has been better.
Let's see. Thanks for the heart maze. Also, he's got a question: McConkey or Territory McMillan? See, this is tough because McMillan, I don't know how much he's going to do with his injury that he's already dealing with. But the question is, Ladd McConkey has not been doing good at all this year. He's actually, I said it that he was going to be a bust this year. I said that he was being overdrafted. Now everybody's panicking because they drafted him so high, and he just hasn't done it. And people have been putting Keenan Allen and Drop Johnston above Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess they should be. Like, he's just not involved in the offense right now. I don't really understand why, but so far they have not been able to get him involved in the offense. And I mean, yeah, I guess I don't hate starting Odunze over him just due to the fact that we are, going into week 4 now. And it's not an end all be all for what the season's going to look like, but I feel like this is the week that's usually like the determining factor of like what you do with a couple of guys going forward.
So let me ask you this: Are you willing to drop Ladd McConkey if he has another dud week this week?
Definitely not dropping because there's not a guy on the waiver wire that you're going to pick up that's going to be able to do better, or at least have the upside of doing better, and that's just obvious. But you could just keep him on your bench for however long.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think you're going to start Territory McMillan. I hate to break it to people who are starting Ladd McConkey, but I just don't think you can trust him right now in that offense.
Yeah.
In one of my leagues, I actually am starting Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnston in the same league.
Oh, wow.
I'm willing to start.
Uh-oh. There goes DK.
DK to the end zone.
He got in. Oh, my God.
DK
wow.
Live updates. I don't even see it because I don't have it. I just have ESPN on the side of me over here.
DK Metcalf. I'm going to say that was a 65-yard touchdown.
60. I think 70 maybe.
Oh, 80. 80-yard touchdown for DK Metcalf.
80-yard touchdown. Guys, who started DK Metcalf? Because I did. I did in one of my leagues.
Yeah, I got him in one league. That was awesome.
66 yards after the catch. DK is right now on 4 receptions, 122 yards, and 1 touchdown. Guys, insane.
That was crazy.
Should I start Zach Ertz or Iomanora in my flex? I'm all in on Zach Ertz this week with Terry McLaurin out.
Yeah, but then again, like we know with JD5 out, right? Like it's
Marcus Mariota threw it to Zach Ertz though a little bit last week.
What? No, he didn't.
A little bit. He got a couple targets, but I think he's gonna get more targets with McLaurin out.
He had 3 targets last week. Big whoop. I can't see him doing much better than that. But then again, like I don't know if I can see Iomanor doing better than that. But he's been solid. I'm gonna go with Iomanor for this week.
Okay.
But if JD5 was the quarterback, then I would go Ertz.
All right. Well, let's ask Maddox. Maddox got the question: Tucker Kraft or Iomanor?
I would go Kraft.
Okay. I would also go Kraft. Etienne or Jerry Jeudy? How are we feeling on Etienne? Okay.
Etienne with ease. I mean, Judy's not been good.
Yeah, it sucks. I really was hoping Jeudy would do good. It's typical as a Brown. If he's on the Browns, he usually sucks.
I think he can come back to life, but Flacco's not the guy for him.
But I'm really surprised because he was balling with Flacco.
Yeah, but so was Njoku. And I mean,
yeah, it's true. That's true.
Fannon's just been such like a big glue guy for like this offense. So he like has really came in and ran with this opportunity.
Fall, thanks with the headphones over there on TikTok. Let's see, Jake Zay Flowers or Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be more of a debate. I guess that was
for me. No. For me, no.
No. Okay. All right. I'm also going with Gary Wilson, but I thought it was going to be more of a debate. I thought you were actually going to pick Zay Flowers. Maddox, Chase Brown, or DeAndre Swift. I will have to say DeAndre Swift still dealing with that injury, I believe, but he is expected to play. He's dealing with a quad injury. Chase Brown hasn't looked that good either, though. That's the problem. But I'm leaning on Chase Brown slightly.
I'm gonna start Chase Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, people have been able to run on this Denver defense, so maybe the Cincinnati Bengals can do the exact same thing. And we're like I said, we're 3 weeks in. This is a deciding week for a lot of people. Give him one more chance to maybe just at least get in the end zone.
He's got to, right? He's got to. Yeah. This is the time he's got to. Evan saying ETN, Zay Flowers, or Ricky Pearsall.
ETN, Zay Flowers, or Ricky Pearsall.
That's a tough one a little bit. ETN's up and down this season, but he's had his ups. Zay Flowers as well. Ricky Pearsall coming back from injury. How do we feel?
That's a very tough one, man.
I think I'm going to go with ETN, just on the slight edge, because I just think ETN's going to have a better week. He's going against the 49ers, who have a banged-up line. So I think I'm okay with taking ETN.
Yeah, just to make things easy for him, I'll go with ETN as well. Although I was definitely between him and Flowers.
Okay. Dak Prescott or Matthew Stafford? Both pretty ugly this week. Or this season in general.
Without his wide receiver 1, so that's tough.
I'm going to take Matthew Stafford. Slight edge.
Playing the Colts, right?
Yeah, and Dak is facing the Packers.
I think I'll slightly lean Stafford.
Okay. All right, let's get into, I think we caught up a little bit on the TikTok. Let's get into some news, notes, and injuries so far for going into week number 4. So the Vikings Steelers, obviously, as we mentioned, they are in Dublin. They are playing right now. Steelers are 14-3. Kind of sucks, though, because I don't know if you watched the beginning of it, but I picked the Vikings to win this game. And first possession was the Steelers. It was a 3-and-out. Vikings were going down the field, and then they fumbled. Didn't end up being turned over, but then somehow the momentum has completely switched to the Steelers side. But regardless, Goodell and the NFL, they want to expand to international games to Asia. They just announced that Australia they're planning on having in 2026, and they just signed a multi-year deal to have a minimum of 3 games over the next 5 years in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Gary, how do you feel about football in Asia? Here, where I am right now.
Yeah, that would be crazy to think about, considering the fact that literally nobody. Well, I mean, I guess not a lot of people on planet Earth outside of us play American football.
Hey, let me tell you, my team here at my school at this university, he's got 13,000 followers on Instagram. They got to be good for something. Yeah, they're pretty good. Wow. They're pretty good.
Okay.
I think they won it all. I think they won. I think we're gonna have a Japan series. I think we're gonna have something in Japan.
Hey, I mean, I'm not Mr. Worldwide like you, so I don't really know what's going on in these international countries. But yeah, I mean, it would be cool to see like just the turnout, right? Like I really wonder how many people actually are somewhat interested in what's going on here in America in the National Football League. So it would be pretty cool to see what that turnout would look like.
Honestly, I think if it's anywhere in Asia, I find it hard to believe, but maybe Saudi Arabia, Dubai, UAE area. If anything, if it's not there, I would think Japan. And the reason why is Japan is the closest to the U.S., so maybe they can try and get something going on over there. But I think that's going to be the best bet for them. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. Too bad I'm not going to be in Japan still next year, because that would be cool to see. Yeah, I would go.
That would be cool.
I tell you what, last year's game in London, when I went to London to the Tottenham Hotspur with Jags and Bears, that was by far the best experience. I had such a fun experience.
Yeah. And it was a bad game. I mean, just imagine if it was a good one.
Yeah. It was a bad game. The Bears smoked them. I got to see my boy Mac Jones play. But it was such a fun game to watch. I tell you, Keith is right there right now in Dublin. He's watching this game.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think he's coming back to Canada soon. So I think he's gonna maybe come back onto the show. All right, let's go into some last news and notes, and we'll get back into the TikTok questions. But Patriots defensive coordinator Terrell Williams, he's been diagnosed with prostate cancer. It sucks for the Patriots because Mike Vrabel built this offense and defense with guys that he really likes, he really trusts. Unfortunate for Terrell Williams, but we do hope for a speedy recovery through his battle. I don't know right now who's expected to take that defensive coordinator role for now, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Vrabel takes over for a little bit until he finds an interim one.
Yeah, I did see that. That sucks. Prayers to him. But that's definitely something to look at because right now they're not really a great unit. I mean, they obviously had, the banged up secondary with Gonzalez out, who's their best player. So that's a key guy to miss. But now he's back. So how will they play today? I think that's going to be something to look at because they don't have their usual staff on hand. But then again, everybody else that's on the normal staff is around these players every day. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of see how, the Patriots defense maybe looks back to form a little bit with their top guy back.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if we can actually win a game. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to win.
Yeah.
Let's go back into TikTok for some questions. Two greedies asking, pick two, Drake London, DJ Moore, Michael Pittman, Cortland Sutton, Jameson Williams, or Jacoby Myers. He really gave you his whole wide receiver list.
Yeah. I'm going to go with London and Sutton.
Okay. London and Sutton. I still have hopes Jameson Williams is going to do good. I really have hopes.
Yeah, that's understandable. But he was probably my third choice.
Yeah, not this week. If I had to pick two, I'm also going Drake London and Cortland Sutton. Sutton, Pickens, McConkey, or Myers. Choose two. I think Pickens is a slam dunk number one with CD out. And I'm going to take Cortland Sutton as well.
Yep, that's exactly what I would do.
Bench McConkey. Luther Burton or Cooper Kupp?
I'm going to go Burton. I mean,
yeah.
Let's just hope that he wasn't a one-game wonder, but, I mean, we haven't really seen anything from Kupp, so.
That's the problem. We haven't seen much from Kupp, and is Kupp washed? Is Kupp washed?
Hold on. I'm a little confused because they just played on Thursday.
Let's see. I don't know.
Took me a second to think about that.
Yeah, it didn't even hit me. It didn't even hit me either. Well, clearly then you can't start
forward.
Kupp.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe that's going forward. I don't know, but regardless, I would probably go Luther Burton.
Well, going forward, I would also pick Luther Burton, regardless.
Yeah.
Let's see. AJ Brown, Cam Scatterbo, or Chuba Hubbard? Give me Scatterbo.
Yeah, I'd go with Scatterbo.
I'm taking Scatterbo on that one. Hunter Henry or Evan Ingram? Sam asked the question. Give me not Evan Ingram. Hunter Henry.
Yep, I totally agree with that. I'm gonna fade our guy until he comes back to life a little bit because he's great.
And Hunter Henry was the tight end one last week.
Yeah, he's looks good.
Can't go against that. Curtis asking, should I start Trey Tucker this week over Territory McMillan or Allen? Are we saying Keenan Allen? Because if we're saying Keenan Allen, I'm starting Keenan
Allen. Who was the first guy they mentioned? Tet? I mean, yeah, I'm starting both of those guys over Tucker. I mean, he was my waiver wire pick of the week, but at the same time, he's not going to give you 41 again. And I think, on any given day, those other two guys are going to give you more than what you're going to get from Trey Tucker. So I would go with one of the two that you aforementioned. If I had to pick, I would go Tet.
Okay. I'm taking Keenan Allen. Okay. I'm willing to give the chance on Keenan Allen. Amiric saying I have CMC, Scatterbo, Hampton, and Alvin Kamara. There's no question. It's just a statement. But hey, I mean, the team looks good. It's a good running back core.
Good for you, man. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Live update. Carson Wentz just threw his best pass of the day. Straight, accurate, right to Deshaun Elliott. Picked off by the Steelers.
Sounds like Carson Wentz to me.
I mean, that was an awful throw.
I just got it right here. It was intended for Jordan Addison.
It was not even close.
Can we also just state the fact that is his first incompletion of the game?
Is it really?
Yeah, he's 11 for 12, 93 yards.
Wow, that's crazy.
No one's going to realize that because they're going to remember that interception.
Yeah, right, exactly. And the fact that, what I'm going to remember is the fact that none of those 11 completions or 12 attempts have gone to T.J. Hawkinson. So
yeah, that's also true.
I mean, how about the fact that I sit him the first 2 weeks, or I'm sorry, I play him the first 2 weeks, bench him last week where he dropped 16, and then I just played him this week. So far, he's got nothing. So how about that? I mean,
I think I started Hawkinson this week as well in one of my leagues. So
I'm right there with you. Unbelievable.
You know, that's how it is. That's how it is this year in fantasy.
It sucks, man.
Fantasy's been a little brutal this year, I must admit.
It has. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, I feel like usually I have an undefeated in like my 13 or 15 leagues that I have. There's usually just one league that I'm at least undefeated until week 4 or 5, at least.
Yeah.
I'm not even undefeated at all in any of them.
Yeah,
it's actually crazy.
I'm undefeated in a couple, especially the listener league, which we, by the way, have failed to talk about. I had to I had to notice that. We have not talked about that at all, maybe because I'm in first, but okay, that's fine.
Yes, guys, for any of you who know, we do run a sleeper league. Sleeper league. Well, it is on Sleeper. But a listener league every single year. Winner of that league gets a trophy provided from TrophySmack.com. If you're on YouTube, it's the QR code right there up on the screen. But I must say, you're 3-0, Gary. You're undefeated. Probably not after this week.
No,
but,
my team's hurt.
But I think I'm middle of the pack right now. I had a tough loss last week. So let's see. I got another question here. Oh, let's get into some tight end questions. Spice things up. But I'm big question for you, Gary, because Curtis has a question that I also have. Travis Kelce or Zach Ertz? I'm in this dilemma in one of my leagues.
Travis Kelce or Zach Ertz? I'm gonna go with Ertz, man.
Really? You're gonna take Ertz?
I am.
Okay. I've been leaning more on Ertz because Travis Kelce, they do have Xavier Worthy coming back this week.
Yeah.
That's my big concern. Kincaid or Laporta? Laporta hasn't been doing that great either. I've been benching Laporta.
I might play Laporta today because our run game is so good, and I mean our defense as a whole is just so good. But our run game is so good to where I don't think that's going to be able to work a lot today for the Lions, which is crazy to say.
But Kincaid against the Saints defense?
I mean, you're kind of rolling the dice, right? Like here's the thing. I look at that matchup this way. Like I look at that matchup like all the other great teams outside the Saints. It's kind of like spinning a slot machine. They're going to be blowing them out by maybe the start of the second half. So how much will they actually be throwing is a question. And if you don't get points by the first half, then you might not get points for the whole day. That's why I think it's like spinning a slot machine because you're kind of like hoping to get lucky in the first half, and if you don't, then you're screwed. So I'm gonna stick with Laporta.
I just wanted to see if I could argue to go to Kincaid. I'm not going with Kincaid at all.
No, okay.
I'm going all the way Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
Juwan Johnson or Mark Andrews? I'm taking Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, I'm going to take Juwan Johnson too.
I'm
starting him this week.
Eric Spencer, T. Higgins, or Keon Coleman? Those are a bit rough in general. Give me T. Higgins though. I'll take T. Higgins.
Yeah, I'm going to go with T. Higgins. Yeah.
Maddie, our friend Maddie from Pilgrim from Pilgrim.
Oh, yeah.
Human.
Yeah.
She's asking us what we're doing here. Well, I tell you, Maddie, if you watch football or your boyfriend watches football, you better have him be watching our live, or else we're gonna have a problem.
Exactly.
Sub
to the YouTube.
Yeah, sub to the YouTube. Make sure to follow the TikTok. Whatever we can do to go for the road to 1,000 followers. Yeah. Cole saying, I'm playing DK with the Vikings defense on my team. Well, I tell you, I think it's just it's balancing itself out.
I feel that because, like, in one of my leagues, which is a big money league, and this will be crazy for some people to hear, I am in a league where defenses start with 50 points. So
50.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, when you think about it, it's like the same thing as starting with 10. However, defenses actually matter in this league, which I like because, like, I like having all positions matter. That's why I like drafting Aubrey because, like, it's just a guaranteed 10+ points. But yeah, defenses start with 50 points, so that, like, Metcalf touchdown kind of hurt me because now they dropped all the way to 37. But in another league, I got the 15 points for that touchdown to Metcalf. So
interesting. I mean, it sucks that you would have Vikings defense and DK, but again, I think regardless, as of right now, how the game's going, it kind of has its balanced out with DK getting that long touchdown. Let's see. DJ Moore, ET asking DJ Moore versus the Raiders or Romeo Dobbs against Dallas. Taking the slight edge on DJ Moore. Not a big DJ Moore fan, but
I'll go DJ
taking a slight edge. Okay. Let's see. Juwan Johnson or Jake Ferguson.
Jake Ferguson's tight end 1 right now. If you didn't know. So I mean, I'm going Jake Ferguson until the wheels come off. Not to mention CeeDee Lamb's out. So Dak Prescott loves throwing to Jake Ferguson. I watched that game versus the Bears. I have Pickens, and I'm like expecting Pickens to explode. No, it was literally just like an 8-yard pass to Jake Ferguson every single play. So if you have Jake Ferguson right now, you are loving the value that you got out of him.
You gotta start him. You gotta start him.
100%.
Vanilla, thank you for the follow. Kaysen, Brian Thomas Jr. or Jacoby Myers at the flex, but he wants to know why, Gary. Why?
Okay. Well,
let me tell you. Let me start with it. Jacoby Myers needs to be started. I have Brian Thomas Jr. in a lot of my dynasty leagues because I think I just got good value on him. I have Brian Thomas Jr. benched in every single league that I have. He needs to be benched until Trevor Lawrence can actually throw a football and Brian Thomas can actually play ball. Last year he did amazing, but it was kind of it didn't seem right because if you really look at his stats from last year, he actually had a lot of top 5, top 10 wide receiver finishes, but then he had a lot of wide receiver 25 plus, like lower than wide receiver 25 finishes. The reason why he finished as wide receiver 4 is because he had a couple big breakout games, and that's why he got it. So I'm starting Jacoby Myers. I'm starting him, and I'm starting a lot of players over Brian Thomas Jr. this week.
Well, I'm not a big BTJ fan, and the reason why I'm going to say this is just because it kind of debunks what you just said. If you look at Brian Thomas's numbers, and yes, I agree. He has – well, no. He's had some bad weeks, and he really didn't come alive till the end of the season. So, like, if you're looking at Brian Thomas Jr., like, I wouldn't be worried yet because he did just about the exact same thing last year. If you look at Malik Neighbors' stats, they're the exact same last year to Brian Thomas Jr.'s.
Yeah.
He had, I want to say, like 4, maybe 5 top 5 wide receiver finishes. Everything else was like outside the top 20. So, like, if you're going to say that about BTJ, I feel like you should be also saying it about Malik Neighbors. However, I'm a fan of Malik Neighbors. I'm not a fan of BTJ. So I'm also kind of, being hypocritical here. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm starting BTJ this week. I think this is the week where he's going to, come back to life.
You're going to say that next week too?
I mean, if he doesn't come back to life this week, then I'll just say that I was wrong.
All right.
I'm going to say he gets into the end zone today, and I'll say
Ooh.
he tacks on like 6 catches for 60 yards. So take 18 points from BTJ. That's a nice
you're
little.
taking an anytime touchdown for BTJ.
I don't know if I'll be betting on that, but if I do, I'll be betting on underdog.
Underdog Fantasy. You can listen, guys. Underdog Fantasy. We are sponsored with them. If you use code SportsTimeHQ, they are going to match first deposit up to $1,000. Again, Underdog Fantasy. I think it's live in a lot of states. Don't know if it's live in our state, Gary, but it is live in many states.
All right, it is. All right,
yeah.
it is. But
CT is what I meant.
Yeah,
I don't know about Connecticut. But Underdog Fantasy, code SportsTimeHQ, they're going to match first deposit up to $1,000. We are also almost at 1,000 likes on TikTok. We might get to 1,000 likes. Not 1,000 followers, unfortunately, today. But make sure to follow, guys. Vanilla, they followed. AJ Brown or Territory McMillan. Christian Gonzalez playing against Tet this week. Well, let me tell you. Tet is on the injury list that we're going to talk about pretty soon. I am slightly concerned on Territory McMillan, so I'm going to take AJ Brown.
I mean, I don't want to say I'm slightly concerned about T-Mac, but yeah, he's definitely on a tough matchup with Gonzo back, but I'm going to go with T-Mac just because he's been so involved in the offense. AJ Brown only had a good week last week. He caught a touchdown, whatever, so I'm going to go with T-Mac, but if AJ Brown has another good week, then he might officially be back.
Okay. Carlos, Kyron or Roma Dunze at the flex? That's a tough decision right there.
That's such a tough decision because Kyron's my guy. It is a good problem to have. Kyron's my guy, man, but Dunze is wide receiver 4, man. He's balling right now.
What's
I don't
Kyron?
think you can. If I had to guess,
up there, no?
I would have guessed like RB9 or 10.
Okay, I'll get you the stat. Kyron Williams.
He's 14. RB 14.
Wow.
Yeah, he really only had like the good game last week, but I would go with the Dunze just because he's been so hot, and I feel like, I mean, right now his worst game was last week when he had 15 points. So I think you're kind of expecting Kyron to get you that and hope that he gives you more, but I don't know if he will. So I'm just gonna go with a Dunze.
You're gonna take a Dunze. I'm actually gonna take Kyron against the Colts. Okay. I think it's gonna be 2 run-heavy offenses today between the Colts and the Rams with Jonathan Taylor as well. So I'm going to take Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams is also a pass catcher, so I think that also adds on to the value. That's kind of why I was given more on that. Ethan, pick one. Kamara, Ladd McConkey, or Matthew Golden? Kamara?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kamara. I think today's going to be a good game for him.
I don't think you can start Ladd McConkey anywhere.
Nah, maybe not. But Kamara's a good guy to have today. He's going to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
The Bills' run defense is horrible. So
yeah. Lewis, T. Higgins, or I'm guessing Romeo Dobbs. He's got Joshua Dobbs as the text, kind of.
Oh yeah. I get what you're saying. Spelled not how Romeo's name is. I'm going to go with T. Higgins.
Yeah, I'm going to go with T. Higgins as well. Give me T. I think we kind of caught up a little bit on these. So let's get into some injuries to talk about real quick before we get slammed with more start-sits questions. Running down to the quarterbacks, J.J. McCarthy, obviously, as we know, he is out against Pittsburgh in this Dublin game. Carson Wentz is starting. Carson Wentz, 11 for 12 so far with that interception. Baker Mayfield dealing with a right bicep injury, expected to play against Philly. Those are both 3-0 teams. I would be surprised if they actually bench Baker and he wasn't able to start.
Yeah.
Also, a right bicep injury is just a very random injury because I don't think in the last couple of years that doing this, I don't think I've ever said someone's dealing with a right bicep injury. Justin Fields, he's been dealing with that concussion from 2 weeks ago, but he will start against Miami on Monday Night Football. Brock Purdy, he's dealing with that shoulder turf toe injury. He will start against Jacksonville. And then Jaden Daniels, as we know, still dealing with that knee injury. They want him to come back 100%. He is out against Atlanta. Marcus Mariota will start. I think out of the quarterback scary, something to quickly mention is Baker needs to be – they need to make sure he doesn't re-injure himself more. But they also need to make sure that they can win this game against Philly because this would be a huge game to give Philly their first loss.
No, it's a big game for them for sure. And I think having Godwin back, which we'll talk about him in a little bit, is so huge. And, yeah, you just have to keep the whole team healthy because if 1-2 of those guys go down, then, season's pretty much over because I don't think – who's even their backup now? I don't even know. They cut Kyle Trask, so I don't even know who their backup is. I don't think he's going to step in and be able to do a good job.
I wonder who actually the backup is.
Mike Evans is already hurt. So.
Yeah, that's funny. Teddy Bridgewater is the backup.
Oh, there you go.
Not a bad backup.
I don't expect him to come in and do anything.
No. 3 running backs to talk about. Chuba Hubbard dealing with that calf injury. He should be good to play against New England. But again, calf injuries can come back and linger. So that is a question to keep in mind if you are starting Chuba Hubbard. DeAndre Swift dealing with a quad injury, expected to play against the Raiders. Again, another quad injury. That's also something to keep an eye out for. And then Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt dealing with a knee injury. He is expected to play with Atlanta, but I'm also starting Jeremy McNichols in deep leagues if you have him.
Yeah, that's definitely a guy to watch out for because I think for a little bit at least it's going to be an RB by committee with the Commanders. So definitely a situation to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, very much. Before we get into the wide receivers and tight end injuries, let's go back into the TikTok. Evan saying Genty, Dobbins, or Lad McConkey. Give me man, I almost did a slam dunk on Ashton Genty, but I had to pause and wait for a second there. Is it bad that I want to actually take J.K. Dobbins? Is it bad that I want to take J.K.?
It's not bad, but if I'm being honest, I don't think you can sit Ashton Genty, at least not yet.
I benched him. For Emeka Egbuka. Okay. I benched him. But watch, this is the week I bench him. He's going to pop off and go for, 200 rushing yards and 2-3 touchdowns. That's just what's going to happen. Right. Emeka Egbuka or Trey Tucker? Wide receiver 4, Trey Tucker. He was your waiver wire out of the week, Gary.
Yeah, he was, but I'm going to go with Egbuka. The good thing is Godwin is back, so it's not like he's the only guy that's in this wide receiver room today.
Yeah. Let's see. Gabe's got a question. T. Higgins or Quentin Johnston? Give me QJ. No?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Johnston as well.
Yeah. User number like crazy. Tough one. Troy Franklin, Rashid Shaheed, or Bateman for flex? I'm taking Shaheed.
I'm going to go with I'll go with Shaheed.
Shaheed? Okay. T. Higgins. Sorry, not T. Higgins. BTJ or Quentin Johnston? Gary, you mentioned how you were starting BTJ and against someone else. Are you starting BTJ against Quentin Johnston?
Yes, I am.
No.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Why?
Yes, I
am. Well, I'm going to get into these questions while Gary goes. He'll be back. But let's get into let's get into some more questions. Joe, Shakir or Shaheed? Give me Shaheed. I'll take Shaheed all day on that one. Amir, Godwin or BTJ? Honestly, that's a tough one. I'm benching BTJ everywhere, but Godwin first week back. Mike Evans gone. Give me Chris Godwin with a slight edge, but both of them could get very similar points. Gabe's, Amarian Hampton or Bucky Irvin? Oof, this one's a tough one. I'm going to lean let's see the matchups real quick. Oh, man. Baker going against the Eagles, and then Amarian Hampton. Give me Amarian Hampton. just solely on the matchup against the Giants. Noah, Trey Tucker, ETN, Golden, Worthy, pick 2. Give me Trey Tucker and Travis Etienne. Let's go with Ian. Chase Brown or Travion Henderson today. Jalen Warren is out for my running back too. Took him out before the game. Good thing you took him out before the game. Because I tell you, in one of my leagues, I forgot to take him out in one of my leagues. And unfortunately, he's starting in one of my leagues. So he's giving me a donut. But give me Chase Brown. And I'm a big Patriots fan, but give me Chase Brown. I think Chase Brown hopefully will have a bounce back this week. Let's see. Dawson, Jacoby Myers or Ricky Pearsall? Give me Jacoby Myers, but both should have both good games. But I think Jacoby's going to have just a slightly better game. DeAndre Swift or Judkins from User, a bunch of numbers. DeAndre Swift dealing with that injury, that quad injury, as I mentioned earlier. I think that's something to monitor. Nothing that should hold him back throughout the game, but give me a slight edge on Judkins. I think both of them won't have the biggest games of their life, but Judkins could pop out here. Hollywood Brown or Chase Brown for the flex. I don't know if you can start Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown was my week 1 waiver wire, and Xavier Worthy's back. Traquan Thornton's been popping off as a deep threat. Give me Chase Brown at the flex. Khalil, Elikai Minor, Keenan Allen, or Christian Kirk. Give me Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen. Dave's Keon Coleman, Keenan Allen. Can you bench Keenan Allen, guys? Guys, a lot of Keenan Allen. What are we doing here? Are we not into Keenan Allen this week? Omar, Brock Purdy, or Mark Smith? Someone asked me this earlier. I'm taking the slight edge on Brock Purdy. Slight edge with his receivers all there. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, Khalil. Hey, you just gotta make sure. Sometimes you gotta make sure. T-Grizz, start to Ferguson, AJ Brown, Keenan Allen, or BTJ. That's a tough one, actually. I'm gonna say Keenan Allen and AJ Brown, but don't be sleeping on Ferguson. You should have another. If there's another tight end starting in that tight end slot, Grizz, Ferguson should be that tight end. DeAndre Swift or Quentin Johnston, Spencer. Give me Quentin Johnston. I think Gary's slightly coming back. Gary, are you back officially?
Yep, I'm back. Sorry about that.
All right. I tell you, we've been getting bombarded with questions here on TikTok.
Really?
So don't
Awesome.
worry. You've been gone. It's perfectly fine. Travis asking Chris Olave or Matthew Golden. Give me Chris Olave.
Come on, man. Olave all day.
Olave. Quinn Johnson or Matthew Golden. Give me QJ as well.
Yeah.
Baker or Purdy. Let the man bake, right? No?
Yeah, it's got to be. I have both of them. I have one in my big money league, and I have 2 big money leagues, and I got them as my quarterbacks in both of them. So I'm hoping, they can both go crazy today. But I would lean towards Baker, of course.
TS on YouTube, guys. Again, YouTube wins the comment questions. So if you want to ask more questions, go on YouTube and ask the questions. But we do have a question on YouTube. Flex full PPR, DJ Moore, Devonta Smith, or David Montgomery. I'm nervous to start David Montgomery this week, actually. But I'm going to I might take David Montgomery, though, over these guys.
No, it's pretty easy for me. I'm going to go DJ Moore.
I think it's either DJ Moore or Monty, but again, I'm nervous to start Monty, so I'll take DJ Moore. Let's see. Back into the chat. Braden, Debo or Drake London? Oof, that's a tough one. No, or are we taking Drake London?
I'm going to take Drake London. I'm actually benching Debo this week, just due to the fact that.
I'm sorry. What? You're benching Debo.
I'm benching Debo this week. Like I said, just due to the fact that Marcus Mariota does not like getting him the ball. So. Okay.
That's interesting. Let's see. Let's go into real quick the injury report for the wide receivers. That way we can get all the injuries out of the way. Territory McMillan dealing with that calf injury. He is expected to play this week against New England. Devontae Adams dealing with that hamstring injury. He is set to play. against Indianapolis. Juwan Jennings, ankle shoulder injury, expected to play against Jacksonville. Ricky Pearsall dealing with that.
He dropped
Huh? What?
Sorry to cut you off. I was just hoping Hawkinson could catch a pass, and he can't.
Oh,
The one pass he's thrown his way.
Of course, it's the one. It's the one other incompletion for Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Ricky Pearsall dealing with that knee injury, expected to play against Jacksonville as well. Chris Godwin, he's back, expected to play against Philly, dealing with that ankle injury. Marvin Mims dealing with that hip injury. He is questionable to play versus Cincinnati. Tyreek Hill, many of you didn't know, Tyreek Hill is dealing with a personal thing going on. He did not practice on Saturday. There is no injury designation for him on Monday Night Football, but that is something to monitor if you have him starting in a league. Xavier Worthy dealing with that shoulder injury, set to play against Baltimore. Terry McLaurin, quad injury. He is out against Atlanta. I do want to mention that they stated there is no expectation of him going on IR. So Debo and Noah Brown and Zach Ertz, those are the next man's up while Terry's gone. But I don't see Terry going on IR. But if he does go on IR, Gary, this is going to be a huge blow for McLaurin fans.
Yeah.
Real quick, back in the chat, Henry, Cortland Sutton or Jacoby Myers or Nico? Give me Cortland Sutton.
Or Nico?
Yeah, Nico's on there.
The Nico Collins?
I'm guessing so.
You can't bench Nico Collins, so I mean.
How good's Nico been doing this year?
I mean, he just had like 27 points last week.
It can't be Nico though.
It can't be. I'm hoping it's not.
Henry, is it Nico? Are you starting two at least? Is this starting two? Because if this is starting two, then
you can never bench Nico Collins.
Yeah. Okay. Aiden, start Sutton, Pearsall, Tay, or Adams.
Who is it? Sorry.
Sutton, Pearsall, or Tay, Adams. Tay or Adams.
I'm gonna go Sutton.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sutton as well. Sutton or Ibuka? Give me Ibuka.
Oh man, I feel like these guys are gonna give you exactly the same points. I guess I'll slightly lean Sutton.
Okay. Pearsall or Chris Olave? Chris Olave.
Olave.
Gotta go with Olave. Okay. Javonte Williams. Actually, is it Javonte Williams or Jameson Williams jumper? Because if it's Javonte or Chase, I'm going with Javonte.
Yeah, I'll go with Javonte as well.
Everyone I ask is 50-50 on Darnell Mooney or Shakir. What do you think? This is from Justin. How are we feeling? Darnell Mooney or Khalil Shakir?
Mooney or Shakir? I guess I would go with Mooney.
Yeah, I'm going to slightly lean on Mooney. Jameson Williams or Calvin Ridley? Give me Jameson Williams.
Yep, I agree.
Maddox back in here. Start two, Swift, Chase Brown, or Trey Tucker? Trey Tucker's definitely a start. I would slightly lean with Chase Brown.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chase Brown.
Brown Tucker. BTJ or Lad McConkey, and Bo Nix or Caleb Williams. This is from Brunson.
I'm going with BTJ and Caleb.
Yeah, I'm going to go with BTJ. My first BTJ of the day, by the way. And I'm going to take Caleb Williams. Let's see. Christian says, help. Pick two, Scatabo, Debo, or AJ Brown.
Scatabo. You said DJ Moore or AJ Brown?
No, Debo or AJ Brown.
Oh, Debo, sorry. I'm gonna go with Scatabo and AJ Brown.
I'm gonna go with Scatabo and Debo.
Okay.
And Marcus Mariota is gonna get the ball to him today.
I'm sitting him in my league, so I hope he doesn't do good, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Christian's doubting you, Gary. He said even with no Terry McLaurin, I'm doubting you, Christian.
We'll see, but I mean, Terry McLaurin, did he even do anything last week? Was he out last week?
Oh, he Terry got hurt last week.
Terry
played, but he got hurt during the game.
Okay. I don't know.
You gonna stick with Debo? I mean, you gonna stick with AJ
Yeah,
Brown?
yeah,
You gonna go with Debo?
100%.
Okay,
I'm
all
not
right, all
going.
right.
I'm not going with Debo.
Yeah, I'm going AJ Brown though. Sorry, I'm gonna go Debo. Sorry. Arian saying Fannin or Evan Ingram. Ooh, I would like to hear your take first on this one.
I'm sitting Evan Ingram until he shows us that he can actually like be involved in the offense. So I'm gonna go Fannin.
Arian, we're both going Fannin here. In Lincoln, Xavier Worthy or DJ Moore? I don't like Xavier Worthy. DJ Moore. Arian, appreciate
Chiefs
the
are
follow.
playing who again?
Chiefs, Ravens.
Yeah, that's right.
Both teams are 1-2.
Such a good game. Such a good game.
And one of them is going to go 1-3. They're going to start the season 1-3. One of those teams. Isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna go with Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy. Okay, I can't stand Xavier Worthy. You want him in one of my leagues? I drafted him. I'll give him to you for a bag of chips. I don't want him.
Okay, well, what league is this that I'm in with you?
I don't know. This is I think my friend my
like I was about to say. I mean, if I'm not in the league, how am I supposed to get him?
I would give it to you for a bag of peanuts. He's horrendous. Just quickly to let everyone know, the Dublin game is at halftime. It is 14-6. Vikings were able to go down the field to kick that field goal. So we are at halftime there, which means our show is ending soon, Gary. We have about a little bit left, but we're still trying to answer all you people's things. Ace from Devil. Henderson or Godwin in the flex? Travion Henderson or Godwin? That's a good question to ask.
That is a great one because it's like those are two guys that like you're kind of basing nothing off of, right? Like, I mean, Godwin, you don't know how he's going to do first game back. Travion, he hasn't done really anything. However, you kind of expect him to be the lead guy today after what transpired last week. But I saw some reports saying that Mike Vrabel is not expected to punish, in a way, Ramondre Stevenson for the fumbles last week. So I'm going to lean Godwin, but I hope, man, I really hope Travion can take over today because it just makes no sense as to why he's not the lead back yet. But
listen, Patriots just don't use their draft picks good.
I know. I don't get it.
Sad.
It's so I'm going to go with Godwin with hopes that Travion can finally take over.
Ace, that was a good question, but I am going to say I'm going to say Godwin as well. Justin, thank you for the rose. Hunter Henry or Travis Kelce? We already answered this one. We both went Hunter Henry, correct?
Yep.
Garrett Wilson or Ricky Pearsall from Ola?
Garrett Wilson.
Live will end in 5 minutes. We've detected inactivity. Interesting.
What?
Last time I checked, there's some activity going on.
Yeah.
Silent saying Pearsall or Sutton. Give me Sutton.
Yep. Same
here. Sutton or Keenan Allen. Give me Keenan Allen.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving Keenan Allen. I'm taking Keenan Allen on this.
I'm going to go with Sutton.
Reed saying Pearsall, Pickens, or Keenan Allen pick 2. Give me Pickens and Keenan Allen.
Yep, I agree.
Agree with that. Let's see what else we got. We had another question in the chat somewhere. Anyways, do I start Quentin Johnston? Well, the question is, DC, who are you starting Quentin Johnston over? Is the question.
Yeah.
Ricky Matt saying Pickens, Flowers, Etienne, Chase Brown. Pick 3. Pickens, Etienne, Chase Brown. Those are my 3. The only one I'm benching is
Pickens. Okay, I would agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Leo, Keenan and Sutton have been a toss in the air. Everyone's saying different stuff. I can see that.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too.
I think that's a tough one to predict.
I think you just have more upside with Sutton. That's why I'm going with him. But like they've both shown something, so I think you're gonna get something out of both players.
Mm-hmm. Trying to see if there's a way out. My thing is going to end, guys. Hopefully not, though. It looks like it's going to end. All right, what else? Questions? Let's go into quickly the tight end injury report. Isaiah Likely is dealing with that broken foot. He's expected to make his debut, guys, versus Kansas City. Colson Loveland dealing with that hip injury. He's got a long shot to play week 4 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Noah Fant dealing with a concussion injury. He is out versus Denver on Monday Night Football. Evan Ingram, he did miss week 3, but he will play on Monday Night Football, as we've mentioned. And Darren Waller, Gary, he's set to make his season debut.
Yep.
Monday Night
Yes,
Football.
He is.
How do we feel? How do we feel about that?
That would be cool to see him come back to life, because he had a stretch, like, I don't know, maybe a 2-year stretch where he was like a top 3 tight end in football with the Raiders, and Derek Carr kind of just ended his career. But that would be really cool to see if he could still maybe have some gas in the tank.
Yeah, I agree. CXZ saying Baker or Justin Fields.
Oh, you know how I feel about Fields this week. I can't say Baker. That's the only thing. I mean, I love Baker too. I'm not sitting Baker, but that is a very tough decision, because I think Fields is going to have a good game.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Baker as well.
I'm going to go.
I think Baker. I think Baker is just someone you can't bench. He's a guy that always is consistent. No, Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, I mean, he's only like QB 9 or 10 right now, but like I feel like he's been playing bad, and he's still, or not bad, but like kind of down, at least from last year, which obviously he is. If he was like he was like QB 3 last year or something like that, QB 4.
Yeah.
So obviously he's definitely played down a little bit, but he's still an every week start for me.
Yeah, I agree. Territory McMillan or Ricky Pearsall? Really? Not taking Ricky?
Nope, I'm not high on Pearsall this week.
Yeah, I can agree to that. I think I'm going to take Tet just for now, anyways. Man, I tell you, I'm dealing with this Microsoft Surface, and it's brutal out here. It is brutal. But we're live again, so we're still back.
Oh, nice. Good.
Matt saying Devontae Adams or AJ Brown. AJ Brown.
Yeah, I'm gonna go AJ Brown as well.
Gus, get Puka and give away Roma Dunze and Javonte. Thoughts? Trade. This is a trade question. This is the first trade question we got.
Yeah, Puka, give away. Who was the wide receiver in Javonte?
Roma Dunze and Javonte Williams. That's tough. Javonte, I like to sell high, but you're also selling really high on Roma Dunze.
Yeah, you're selling high on both these players, so it's like, oh man, that is definitely very tough.
And Puka is wide receiver 1.
Who's wide receiver 1 right now? So
yeah. He's wide receiver. But do you need to trade him for Puka?
Yeah,
is my question. Roma Dunze is wide receiver 4.
And Javonte is up there too.
Yeah, Javonte is top 10, I believe. Back.
Yeah. I mean, he was wide receiver 4
He's
before
top
last
7.
Week. Yeah.
Gus, don't do it.
I don't think I know you're trying to sell high on both guys, but in all honesty, I think a Dunze is gonna not stay at this
He's got Jamar. He's got Jamar at wide receiver. Listen, I can't. I think Jamar is also going to be struggling because he doesn't have Joe.
Oh, he has Bucky and Kamara as his RBs.
Bucky and Kamara. Can we package Javonte and Kamara for a higher end running back?
I can't. You know what? After seeing your team, I would do it. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
After seeing your team, I would do it because Javonte Williams, unless you put him in at flex, he's not gonna start. And Kamara's fine.
Yeah, but Kamara's like what running back like 15, 20?
I mean, right now he's running back 22, but he had 2 solid first weeks. He had 14 and 16. Last week was bad, but that was because they got boat raced by Seattle. I mean, he's going to have like I said, he's going to have a great week this week against Buffalo. Their run defense is awful. I think he's going to get in the end zone at least once. I could see twice.
Man. Listen, I think
he's got 50 carries. He's got 50
listen.
carries. He's like the only guy in that backfield.
Listen, it'd be nice. Listen, I'm fine with. All right, I guess I'll be fine with getting Puka because I'm not a fan of Roma Dunze or Javante. Until this year, Javante I was a fan of, but I just think maybe you can get Puka and some depth from that player from that team or someone from who's in the waivers.
I mean, maybe try to get a
waivers?
bench guy, but I'm totally fine with making that trade after seeing your team. At first I was on the fence, but you have the guys to kind of maneuver around a trade.
I'm just concerned with Jamar.
I'm not
saying Jamar.
I mean, I don't think.
Not saying Jamar won't produce, but I'm just concerned that there's no quarterback there for 3 months.
Yeah, he's not going to give you the number 1 overall pick anymore, like that production anymore. But he's still going to give you top wide receiver numbers, and I think you're going to be totally fine with that. And even if he doesn't, then you have Nakua, who's right now wide receiver 1. So
yeah,
I mean,
Gus,
I'm fine with making that trade.
Gus, do it. If you were offered that trade, just do it. Do it before this week. Before this week.
Yeah.
Hub boy, Neighbors or Garrett Wilson?
Neighbors or Garrett Wilson? I mean, I don't think that you can bench Neighbors.
Yeah, I know Neighbors had a dud week, but I think Malik Neighbors is going to have to start. Gus, guys, it's official. Gus has done it. Gus has accepted it. Gus, let us know. Send me the trade details again. I wanna keep in touch with that trade throughout the thing. I'm curious to see how it goes for the rest of the season. Gary, we're coming down to the end of the wire. Do we have any more notes to talk about before we wrap up the show? I guess
for anybody in here, if you're
appreciate the follow, Gus.
Maybe on the fence with Godwin, I just saw something come in saying that
Godwin.
He's not only expected to play, but he's expected to play a lot. So,
because Mike Evans is gone.
Right. Well, yeah, but he's also coming back from injury, so who knows?
I don't think they would have started him until he was 100%, or just about 100%.
I mean, maybe, but you said it yourself. This is a big game today, so.
Yeah. I mean, it is a big game. It's a
listen. If you're on the fence about starting Godwin, I would probably do it. He, like I said, he's going to play a lot, so I'm going to assume that means that's fully healthy numbers. So
yeah. Gus can't have you join live only because we're talking on actually another platform, and this is kind of our sub platform, so we won't actually hear you if you talk to us on the live. Jaden, Jamar or Nico?
I don't know how you have both of these guys.
Yeah. How is there? What?
In your RB room sucks. If something has to suck on your team for you to have both these guys for you to trade.
Is it just start one wide receiver?
I don't know, but it's Nico Collins. Like I said, I think Jamar's going to be fine for the season, but you can't,
I agree,
bench Nico Collins right now. And it's crazy to say that you can bench Jamar, which I really don't think you can. But if you're debating between Jamar Chase and Nico Collins, then I guess benching Jamar is fine.
Yeah, I think I'm okay benching Jamar for Nico. All right, a couple more questions before we have to get going. Lane, Ladd, Keenan Allen, Zay, BTJ, bench one.
Ladd, Keenan Allen, BTJ, those three?
And Zay Flowers.
Bench one. Well, you can't, in my opinion, have two guys starting for the same team.
I just said I had Keenan Allen and Quinn Johnson starting.
I know. I was just about to say, though, if you were to, it would not include McConkey because he's been the worst out of that room. So I'm going to bench McConkey. That way you get out of playing both of those wide receivers, A, and B, I feel like you have all the three guys that have been producing the most. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm starting the three without McConkey on the lineup.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a BTJ fan, but man. Gus saying maybe it's a 2-man league with Jamar Chase and Nico. It could be.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Let's see. Would you start Devontae Adams with his limitations? I could replace with Xavier Worthy or Michael Pittman.
I mean, I'm starting him over Pittman. Him or Worthy's a toss-up for me, but I think I would still go with Adams.
Really?
Yeah.
Michael Pittman's wide receiver 13.
I don't care.
I think I'm fine doing Michael Pittman. I think I'm fine starting Michael Pittman. But again, it could be another toss-up too. Gus, appreciate the kind words. Gus saying Pittman, he likes Pittman as well. Well, Gary, I think that's gonna do it just about. But before we get going, we do have to mention our Thursday Night Football predictions because unfortunately,
yes,
I have to bring it up. For anyone who doesn't know, please watch the social media. The most recent video, I believe, we posted our Thursday Night Football predictions. Gary, can we quickly have a recap of what happened here? What was your prediction again?
I think it was
2017.
Well, I went 2017 Seattle. Final score was 23-20. Gary, in the clip, I said I'm going to take the over because the over was 43.5, guys. 43.5. I said 24-20 was the final score. And it would have just hit the over. 23-20 was the final. And I said if 23-20 was the final score, I'm done. You would quit. Well,
I would quit.
Well, I don't think you're quitting, but you might as well.
Gary,
I'm 8-0.
Gary, you're 8-0 in Thursday Night Football predictions. I'm 4-4, and the reason why I'm 4-4, I had one bad week, and then every single other week I've had the wrong over/under. This week I got screwed by 1 point. The other week I got screwed by a last-second two-way interception with the Bills field goal. What is going on here?
Listen, I'm 8-0. I don't know who has it worse. You've gotten screwed the last 2 weeks. I'm 8-0 and haven't made a single dollar off it. So, I mean, listen.
I just can't believe it. Oh man,
crazy.
Listen, if we go into the waiver show for week 5 and I pick my Thursday Night Football prediction again, and it's somehow, some way around that same type of line that we had, I'm gonna be done. I'm done with Thursday. Yeah. We're changing it to Monday Night Football. I tell you, that's what's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Gus saying you have elite ball knowledge, Gary.
Well, so far I have been, but the second I put money on it, I will guarantee you it will not hit. So
yeah. To close out the show, we got ourselves Jalen Clemens saying, should I start Dak or Brock Purdy? And then we'll go with Landon real quick.
I'm going to go with Purdy, man.
I'm going to go with Purdy as well. Also, Jerry Jeudy or Calvin Ridley before we close out the show. Landon's got the question. Give me...
That's rough, man. I'll go with Calvin Ridley.
Really? I'm going to go Jerry Jeudy. I'm going to take the Jerry Jeudy line.
I'm going to go with Ridley to both of those guys, man. That's rough.
Just by the slight edge. Again, if anyone doesn't know, follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We got our show every single week on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and on Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, Tuesdays are our waiver wire shows. Our Sunday shows are, of course, what you're watching right now, Start Sits. But again, if you haven't done so already, go to TrophySmack.com/SportsTimeHQ and go get yourself a trophy, a ring, or a belt for your leagues. If you're still looking for them, if you're still looking to purchase them. Again, the moment we start using that link, the more we start having purchases with that link, the more we can give 50% off rings from Trophy Smack. Who wouldn't want 50% off rings for Trophy Smack? Means more money for the winner of the league. Just saying.
Exactly.
Just saying. Of course, Gary, you need to start betting on Thursday Night Football, but if you do start betting, make sure to bet on Underdog Fantasy. They're going to match first deposit up to $1,000. Again, $1,000 is going to be it. They're going to match first deposit up to $1,000. Use code SportsTimeHQ. Next show, Gary, when's our next show?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's going to be Tuesday, September 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, that's going to do it here in this week's episode. Quick questions. CG saying Godwin or Juwan Jennings? Godwin. Johnston or Zay Flowers?
Johnston
as well. All right. Thank you all for watching. Gary, go follow him all over social media at GDPicks. I'm your host, Fernando, and we'll see you all on Tuesday.